There are those who want to set fire to the world. We are endangered. There is time only to work slowly. There is no time not to love.
Have faith in the face of uncertainty. Have faith in the face of dread. Because life is only made up of this one fleeting moment that you are. You are the happy childhood. You are the pearl. You are the shooting star.
At the time, at my initial introduction to yoga, it changed first my relationship to my body, and my heart and mind soon followed. But how it continues to shape my life now is that it really softens the drive that we see it in our culture, but I have a very strong internal drive, and it could get me way out of my center. And yoga brings me back to that center, where I really have a sense of who I am at my essence, and it's deeply relaxed. It's not driven by any kind of mechanism other than resting back, and resting back in grace. Well, I was living at Hot Springs Retreat Center in the Cascade Mountains in Oregon, and I had now become a yoga teacher. I was teaching there. I was working in the kitchen, and I was on the board of directors. I was a really busy person, speaking of that drive. Yoga softened that every day. But while I was teaching, it occurred to me that the students who came to my class there were always students at the retreat center. In other words, they could afford to be there. They could afford to take time off from their life schedules. They could afford to be away from home. If they had children, they could bring them with them. They had a luxury in their lives. And the students who weren't coming to Breitenbush were people who were in wheelchairs, people who were incarcerated, people who lived in institutions. They would never find their way to the ancient forest at Breitenbush Hot Springs on the river in that beautiful landscape that I was living in. There was some spark that said, this is important. This is the next step for me, to take yoga not just at the retreat center, but to go into the institutions where there isn't really a sense of retreat in the formal schedule, but being an institution, you are retreated for most of your life. You can't make your own decisions. You can't schedule your meals. You can't make a phone call when you want to. You're not on your time, you're on prison time. And on retreat, you're on retreat time. So I just sensed institution was the next place to go. And the dream didn't manifest into reality for 2 or 3 years. The seed was so strong, it kept nudging me forward. It wasn't until I moved to the city of Portland, where there was actually a prison I could teach at, that it became a reality. But it never left my mind from Breitenbush until, today. With your next exhale, you can bow your head to your heart and honor that deepest truth and wisdom that abides in you.
I teach at the men's prison right now. I've been teaching for the last 5 years. It actually started my teaching career as a yoga instructor at the prison. And I find it one of the most rewarding places to teach of all places, because they're so thankful to have us out there. They're so appreciative, and they gregariously, outwardly let us know that. And they're just very honest with their feelings and their expression.
I was amazed when I started to teach at the prison, and how open and thirsty for yoga the women were.
We had so many volunteers, we started thinking, we could teach at the prison, but where can we also, where can we interrupt the life path of someone who ends up being incarcerated? Drug and alcohol treatment centers. Oh, homeless youth. Teen girls with eating disorders. Oh, the battered women's shelter.
What a gift to take that joy that she feels in her yoga and share it with people who don't have an opportunity to get it in the mainstream fashion. And if there was anything I could really wish for all of us, it would be that we find our joy and share it freely. And remember that there are people who can't access it.
I feel yoga has helped my body. It makes me feel relaxed. It lets my body just, I don't know how to say it, just I feel relaxed when I leave here. When we have corpse pose and we lay there, I think about things in my mind that I never really thought that I could do. I feel like I have lots of energy when I'm done doing yoga, and it's really fun to feel that.
I think yoga could benefit the program here at DePaul or elsewhere by showing them that there's a lot of different things out there in the world that you can do to have fun besides drugs and alcohol, you know? Because I find yoga very, very peaceful and relaxing, and I enjoy it. You know, yoga just brings a peace of mind to me, you know, and it just brings an awareness of my surroundings and life in general.
It's a great way for me to calm down and get centered. Those are terms we hear bandied about all the time, but they're actually true in this case. A lot of yoga seems to me to be a way to make a mind-body emotional connection, to bring everything together into focus.
It calms me down. It makes me feel good, gets rid of the stress of the day. There's a lot of people here to deal with, a lot of different personalities, and it's just calming.
Every one of those people came into this life wanting to have joy in it. And I really believe that the ability to help people find their joy is a big part of helping them find a way to live in this world without anger and addiction.
If not us, not them. If not now, then when? If not here, nor there. If not this world, then where? If not us, not them. If not now, then when? If not here, nor there. If not this world, then where? If not